Judas by Lady Gaga. We need to talk about this. This is a song that I only found out about recently, and it was actually released in 2011. I guess that's what it says here. And you probably click on this video because you want to hear what I have to say about the song being satanic and why it's satanic. But that's not actually what this video about, because I don't think I need to explain why it's satanic. This video is actually the bigger problem that lies beyond Lady Gaga and lies beyond this song that we really need to address and we really need to talk about. And as me, as a Christian, I feel like I really need to talk about this, okay? So let's just get to it. This song has 363, I don't know how to read the number, 3 million something, 300 million maybe, I don't know. It's many views, many people have seen this video. And apparently 1.6 million people like it. They really like it. And let's just get to this. So I watched the video and saw many things. I don't really get what the video is about, to be honest. That might be because I'm dumb, but I can see there's a Jesus there with his crown of thorns, and in the beginning scene she's like looking back at Judas, and throughout the video I don't really know what's going on. Let's see what people think this song means. Okay, so first of all, I got this from Wikipedia, and this is apparently, she revealed the metaphors and the meaning behind the song. Judas is a metaphor and an analogy about forgiveness and betrayal and things that haunt you in your life, and how I believe that it is the darkness in your life that ultimately shines and illuminates the greater light that you have upon you. Someone once said to me, if you have no shadows, then you're not standing in the light. So the song is about washing the feet of both good and evil and understanding and forgiving the demons from your past in order to move into the greatness of your future. I just really like aggressive metaphors. Harder, thicker, darker, and my fans do as well. So it is a very challenging and aggressive metaphor, but it is a metaphor. Alright, so first of all, before I continue, let's go see what people think the song means. This is from, I got some comments from the comment section of this music video. This is just a biblical allusion of toxic masculinity. Jesus represents a good man while Judas represents a toxic man. Even if Gaga is being betrayed 3 times, she talks about how she's still in love with men that turn out to be toxic. Men have been betraying women for ages, and when they do, the blame always goes to the woman, just like how Gaga is killed at the ending in reference to Mary Magdalene. Women are blamed for men's toxicity. Jesus is her virtue, but Judas is the demon she clings to. Direct reference to the Bible, and the religion in general talks about how the religion is an enabler for these values. However, with this song, she says, I'll bring him down, down. And I think she succeeded. She was the first few artists to call out toxic masculinity in an artistic manner. Now, there's many comments where people say similar things like this. Basically, it is not satanic. She's not making fun of Jesus. She's just talking about her ex-boyfriend, her toxic ex-boyfriend, or whatever it is. I've heard that this song is actually like referring to her toxic ex-boyfriend, but she keeps on going back to him even though he keeps being Judas to her. And basically, that's what it is. And let's see some other comments. Gaga was truly ahead of her time. The world wasn't ready for this song and visual at the time, nor her album Art Pop. Now it seems like this year more than ever, her messages very much resonate with 2020. The way Gaga used controversial metaphors back then, that nowadays people assume is a sign of one thing, shows that this icon was ahead of her time and is still telling a story with her recent album. Well, I gotta say, I didn't check out Lady Gaga's recent album. I didn't even know she has a recent album, so I don't care. People in 2011, that's satanic. People in 2020, that's iconic. That's the problem. And all the dislikes are from Jesus Christ. Alright, Jesus would do more than dislike. She was talking about fall in love with wrong men. Almost 10 years, and people still don't get it. LOL, this song isn't satanic at all. She's just saying that her toxic boyfriend is like Judas, a traitor. I'm a Christian and I don't understand the part where this is satanic. This is art. 400 million is coming. Okay, so what was the point of me showing you all of those comments from people who like this song, who feel like they get the meaning of this song? Well, the point of this is she blatantly put Jesus in her video. She blatantly, I mean, she's doing all the one eye. I mean, she's, you know, she loves Judas, the guy who betrayed Jesus. And she's basically showing us who she is. She hates Jesus and she loves Judas because Judas betrayed Jesus, and therefore she herself betrays Jesus. And she does not want anything to do with Jesus, and she just wants to betray him, just like how Judas did. Because obviously if she loves Judas, it means that she loves what he did, therefore she wants to do what he did. But these people, there are so many people out there. And apparently 1.6 million people like this song, so that's a lot of people. And 300 million people have seen this song. That's a lot of people to have their opinion and to find the meaning of this song. And the people who hear what Lady Gaga had to say, if that is true, if she actually like gave a meaning, like how I showed on Wikipedia, that this is about forgiveness and all of that, no one will actually see what she is trying to show. This video that I'm making right now is not just about this song. It is a deeper problem, that it lies way deeper than just Lady Gaga and just this song. Because so many artists out there are doing this. How many times, I mean, I'm sure I've seen Jesus portrayed in other music videos, but then people say, no, it's not about that. She's not making fun of Jesus. She's just, she's just showing, a nice message, a different, this message sounds really good, right? It's about, forgiving the demons from your past in order to move to the greatness of your future. I mean, someone's gonna read this. I mean, maybe someone who thought it was satanic. Wait, this song is satanic. Why is she doing this? And they read something like this and they're like, oh, so that's what she means. Do you get what I mean? And the message, because of this beautiful message that people read, oh, it's about her ex-boyfriend, they can relate to it, and then they won't see that she's blatantly blaspheming against Jesus, and she's blatantly showing that she loves Judas, and she's blatantly saying that she wants to betray Jesus. And I mean that no one will see that. They will just see, oh, she's just, I can relate to her. I had a toxic boyfriend, I had a toxic relationship, and they can relate to it. And the real thing that she's trying to show is just flying by. She's showing you who she is. She's putting Jesus in there. Oh, and by the way, he has that crown of thorns. I really don't like it when in these like music videos and things, they just put Jesus with a crown of thorns. And in this video, he seems like very weak and very like, excuse me, Jesus is a lot more glorified than that. He deserves a lot more glory than just a tiny crown of thorns on his head. He is more than that. Okay? He's more than that. He's the King of Kings. He's the Lord of Lords. He's the Son of God. Who are you to just portray him in your music video as just this weak guy? And even like on the motorcycle, I think she was like touching him and all of that, looking back at Judas and like touching Jesus and all of that. Like, excuse me, Jesus is more than that. I feel like in these music videos, they always have Jesus in the crown of thorns. Am I saying that Jesus didn't wear a crown of thorns? He did. Okay, they put a crown of thorns on his head when he was like, going to be crucified. They put a crown of thorns on his head. But that's what you reduce him to? That's what you reduce him to? That's how you see him? Why don't they ever show, how Jesus fed the 5,000 people? Why don't they ever show how Jesus healed the blind man? How he healed the leper? Okay, the man with leprosy. They didn't do that? Why don't they show when Jesus said, take up your mat, get up and walk, to that guy who couldn't walk, he was paralyzed? Well, and they never show that. They just show Jesus with a crown of thorns. Like, that's all he is. He's just a guy with a crown of thorns on his head. That's what they reduce him to. And we should be mad at this. Like this Christian just now, she didn't see. This person couldn't see what was satanic about this, even though it's a Christian. This person is a Christian. Because you don't even see these things anymore. You don't even see how they portray Jesus. You don't see how inaccurately and how they make fun of Jesus, how they mock Jesus in the music videos and all of these things, like, because the message of the song is relatable. I relate to it. So you don't even see. You don't even see when she did the one eye in the song. You don't see how in love she calls herself a holy fool. No idea what she means, but she is a fool. And you don't see all that. It goes right past your head. And you don't see what she's doing. People don't see what she's doing. They get so wrapped up in the message that the song is supposedly about. She says it's about a toxic boyfriend. That's what she wants you to think. That's absolutely what she wants you to think. Does that mean that's what the song is about? No. But you know what? If you're a Christian like me, and you watch something like this and you say, wait, that is satanic. That is an inaccurate representation of Jesus. That this whole thing is satanic. She's saying she's on Judas' side. She's on the betrayer's side. She's on Satan's side. Because Satan influenced Judas to do what he did. Satan entered Judas. But if you're a Christian and you point this out to people, people will say, no, you don't understand the art. You're just so boring. You don't get it. She's an artist. She's creative. You just don't understand creativity. That's what people say. When we point out what is blatantly right in front of your eyes, people will say that you don't get it. Oh, you Christians, you just don't get it. Why are you so close-minded? This is art. This is music. She's an artist. She's creative. No, she's a witch. And I mean, you look at her other music videos. I mean, right next to it, right here in the suggested, the up next videos, there's the video for Alejandro, right? That song, we all know that song. Of course we know that song. Not gonna click on it, I don't even care. But you know, she got the one eye. I mean, poker face, one eye. What's this? Just Dance, one eye, and a lightning. Lightning, if I'm not mistaken, it symbolizes Satan's fall from heaven. That's why a lot of people use that. 911, I've never heard of that song, but she's covering her eyes, and I mean, that's something they do as well. I mean, you know, it's one thing for the unbeliever to not see this. It's one thing for the unbeliever to watch this video and see there's nothing satanic about it. But another thing for a Christian. This is how far the deception goes. It's not only to the lost people, but also to the people who have heard the gospel. And I've been there. I've definitely been at a place where I was so lukewarm. And I would watch something like this. I mean, not this, but I've watched stuff like this and be like, nah, that's not satanic. Christians are just so religious. That's how we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be holy. Okay, we're not supposed to take part in this. We're supposed to expose the darkness. Not supposed to conform to this world. But yet, so many of us do it. People are always going to see Christians as, you know, silly religious people. You know, people are going to see me, maybe someone's going to comment on this video like, nah, she's not satanic, you know, you're just a hater. That's what people will label me as. That's what people will label as Christians who are woken up, who can see these things, the deception. That's what they will call us, because they don't see it. And Lady Gaga herself has said that she hates truth. And who is truth? Jesus. And you know, I find it so funny how people in the world, they still don't realize that Jesus is the truth. They say Jesus didn't exist. The Bible is not real. You know, God isn't real. But yet, you have so many artists, and not just Lady Gaga. There's Taylor Swift. There's all Ariana. You know, you get what I mean. There's so many artists out there who have done stuff like this, who have, you know, mocked Jesus, or you know, or even like movies, right? Movies, they always say Jesus Christ, you know, as a bad word, or you know, Simpsons also has made fun of Jesus, and so many shows and movies, Jesus, you know, Christianity, I guess, in general, is just like a joke, or, you know, they can make fun of it. Or they do stuff like this in music videos where they mock it. And doesn't that show that they are fighting against something? They are fighting against Jesus. They don't want the gospel to be spread, and they want to make the gospel seem like a silly thing. Doesn't that actually show that the gospel is the truth? I don't see this much hate. I don't see this much portrayal of Muhammad in music videos. I don't see that much portrayal, that much mocking of Buddha or like the Hindu gods in movies and TV shows. Doesn't that prove you something? I'm surprised people don't see this, because the fact that these famous people, that all of the, you know, celebrities or whatever, they are blatantly like, you know, everyone is against Jesus basically, right? Doesn't that already prove that Jesus is the truth? That there's something there. And yet people don't see this. They still think that Jesus is not real. Jesus is not the way. You know, God is not real. Whatever it is. Like, doesn't the fact that there's so many people, you know, like resisting Jesus, or, you know, trying to make fun of the gospel, or you know what I mean, doesn't that already prove that there's something there? That there's something that they're fighting? Doesn't that already show that the gospel is the truth if they're fighting against it this much? That they have to do stuff like this? You know? Doesn't that already show? You know how many biblical references? Even Metallica has a song called Creeping Death. You know, so many artists, they have like biblical references in their songs, or they mention heaven, they mention hell. And yeah, doesn't that already prove that there is a heaven, there is a hell, there is a God, there is a Jesus? Because if all of that doesn't exist, and if it's not true, they wouldn't be fighting against it. And you know what's so funny? You do stuff like this, and it's fine. You do stuff, you put Jesus like that in your music video, and you blatantly say you betray Jesus, or you love the betrayal of Jesus, and you blatantly put it in movies, in TV shows, you use Jesus as a bad word, or make fun of Christians. I've seen a movie, I forgot what movie it was, but where the priest was like dumb, and like they portrayed the priest as being dumb. I'm sure that's not the only movie. I'm sure there's many movies out there who portray Christians as being the dumb ones, and the dumb. It's fine to do that, and if a Christian watches it and be like, hey, that's satanic, that's not right, people will be like, oh, you religious people, can't even take humor, you can't even, it's funny, it's supposed to be humor, it's light humor, you're not being satanic, it's just humor, and you just don't get the art, if we Christians would point out stuff like that, people will say that to us. But guess what, you reverse the roles, and you reverse the Christian, or you reverse the God, the Jesus in the movie or in the TV show, you put a gay person there. Oh, all of the sudden, it's hate speech. How dare you make fun of the LGBT community? How dare you make the gay person seem like the dumb person? You get what I mean? It doesn't make sense. The world preaches acceptance, the world preaches love. Except to Christians, except to God. It is okay to make fun of Jesus, make fun of God. In fact, if you do it, you have a great sense of humor. If you use Jesus Christ as a curse word, you are intelligent. You are an intellectual. But don't you dare do the same to gay person. See, that's how it is. They preach love, they preach acceptance. And then, I don't think Lady Gaga is showing love to Jesus right here. I don't think anyone, I mean, you got that Netflix thing about the gay Jesus, and it's okay to make fun of Jesus. It's okay to make fun of God. It's okay to make fun of Christians. But don't you dare do the same to a transgender, to a gay person, to a, bisexual, or, you get what I mean. Like, doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? Because the definition of love in this world is like so twisted. People think the love in this world is love, But no, it's not. It is love for sin. It is love. The love in this world is tolerance. Tolerance to sin. Tolerance to, it is okay to hate on Jesus. You get what I mean? It's not the love that God teaches. God teaches I am love. God is love. He who does not have God does not love, because we love for he first loved us. That's what God says. That is the true definition of love. He gave his son for us. No one in this world, ask Lady Gaga how much she loves you. No, she doesn't. She just wants to lead you down the path of destruction. She does not love you. She did not make this song so that you feel less alone. People maybe listen to this song, I've gone through the same thing like Lady Gaga with my toxic boyfriend or my toxic girlfriend, and I feel so, I feel connected to her now. I'm not alone in this. She didn't make the song because she thinks of you. She didn't make the song because she cares about you. Alright? She did it because it's a job to prepare for the Antichrist coming. And in fact, she herself is the Antichrist also, by the way. Obviously. So she didn't do that because she didn't make the song. She doesn't make this music for you. Okay? She does it to you, to bring you to destruction. And also when people watch stuff like this and they find out the meaning of the song is like so good and so nice, and then the next time they watch something like this where there's blatantly satanic things in it, or they blatantly portray Jesus in a bad way, or there's a lot of like satanic symbols or stuff like that, then they'll watch it and be like, oh, no, this is not satanic. Like, I've been wrong last time, Remember last time when I watched that video Judas by Lady Gaga, and I thought it was satanic, but it's actually not. So I better not think this one is satanic also, because I'm sure there's a message behind this one as well. It will continue. Like, there's so many videos out there, and people will just watch it and be like, no, I shouldn't judge. I'm sure this isn't satanic. This has to be another message behind it, because of Judas by Lady Gaga that I watched last time. It had a beautiful message behind it, so I'm sure there's a message behind this one as well. When it's literally right in front of your eyes, that there is no good message behind it. They're trying to condition you so that you don't take it seriously, The next time you see stuff like this again, you'll be like, it's just art, or it's just humor, or it's, you know, it's just the way she expresses, the way the artist expresses herself. There are so many ways to express yourself. You don't need to make fun of Jesus. You don't need to put the one eye in your music video. Are there not other ways to express yourself? I express myself on my channel by making videos and editing my videos. You know, you get what I mean? That they're like, I mean, I don't know if anything I said makes sense, but you know, people will see it as art rather than a deception. You know, how they hide is in plain sight. This, they don't even have to hide anymore. You know, you can just put a pentagram in your video. No one will see it. No one, because they're so concentrated on how catchy. Oh, by the way, this song is very extremely catchy. It is meant to stay in your head like most songs nowadays. Obviously, they stay in your head for a reason. This artist doesn't just make the song catchy for no reason. It's supposed to stay inside your head. And, you know, you can't get out. And you replay and replay. And by the way, I'm not kidding. I watched this song that day in the afternoon. And I woke up the next day and I found myself singing it. And I was like, hey. And then I ended up singing it again. I was like, hey, it's still in my head. It was still in my head. It was so catchy. This song is so catchy. Don't listen to it, please. It is so catchy. That is not for no reason. Can you imagine if I woke up singing it? Doesn't that mean it was playing in my brain all night long? Imagine what that does to you. Eventually, you start to believe what you hear. You start to believe what you see. The stuff in this video, you start to believe. Because the eyes is the lamp of the body. You know, anything you see, and it goes in. You think it doesn't, but it does. That's why they make the video so nice. This is a nice video. There's nice choreography. I'm gonna admit that this is a good video, Lady Gaga. This is good, but it's not for no reason. It's because you want to watch it. Maybe you even want to watch it again. And over again, because it's so good. The song is catchy. Her voice is really nice. The chorus is nice. And the video is good. Makes you want to watch it again. And again. And again. It's just repetition. And you see the same things all over again. And you know, going back to the point where people can literally put an upside down cross or pentagram in the video, or you know, all these things in the video, and people won't see it because they're so engrossed in the song and the message and the relatable message of what Lady Gaga went through. They're so engrossed in how catchy the song is, or the dance choreography is so nice, that they don't see what's right in front of their eyes. Or maybe they see it. Maybe some people see. I'm not saying there's a pentagram in this video. I mean, I don't remember. But, you know, I'm talking about other videos that maybe have pentagrams and 666 or whatever it is in them, you know, like, and snakes and all of that. There's so many symbols. I'm saying that, you know, sometimes some people might see it, especially the more obvious symbols like a pyramid or one eye or pentagram. Those are the more obvious ones, and yet no one will think anything of it. No one will think anything of it. You know why? Because they think, oh, there's definitely a message behind that. You know, there's definitely a story behind that. This song means different. This song is not satanic. This song actually means something deep. That's what people think. You know? And that's why people don't see what is right in front of their eyes. These artists are putting what they believe right in front of you. They're serving you with it. Here, this is what I believe. I don't want Jesus, you know. And you shouldn't have Jesus either. I'm preparing the way for Satan. I worship Satan. I serve Satan. I serve this world. And here I am putting it right in front of you. And yet people don't see it. It's right in plain sight, but the deception is so real because it's not just one video. You know how many music videos there are on YouTube? And you know, like, if you used to watch MTV when you were a kid, you know, you've been watching music videos ever since you were a kid. You've been listening to music ever since you were a kid. It's so many songs, so many, you know, so many videos. You've been conditioned already. These people, it's not just one artist, you know. It's not just one person who's the problem. It is so many people. And we've been listening to them for years and years, and it's already in our brains, you know, that this is art, they are creative, this is how they express themselves, as if there's no other way to express yourselves besides blaspheming and making fun of the Bible. I mean, and like I said, if you're a Christian and you point this out to people, hey, this is something that you shouldn't watch, and this is something that is blatantly against the Bible and against what God says. people will look at you and be like, what? Because they've been watching that since they were a kid. They're watching for years, and you know, you get familiar with it. You get familiar with all of this, and you don't even see what's in front of you anymore. That's why these people, they don't even have to hide anymore. Do you really think Lady Gaga has to hide who she is or who she worships anymore? No, she doesn't. She puts it right in front of you. People just don't see it. The best way to hide is in plain sight, because it's so familiar, people don't even see it anymore. So yeah, that is it for this video. I have to cut it here, and I really hope you got something from this, and that's it. God bless your day, your week, your month, your year, your life. God bless you and your families, and don't forget, Jesus loves you so much. I really hope this helped someone to realize something, or to wake up to this deception. And just remember, Lady Gaga isn't the only problem. She's not the only one. One last thing.